Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking summer signings already, okay? Don't click off the video. I'm not trying to scam you. There's just some reports going around, and I thought we should chat about them, okay? So without further ado, let's get into the latest Leeds United transfer news and rumours. Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. Happy Monday. Hope you've had a great start to your week and you're ready for the latest Leeds United news and more specifically, rumours. Before we do get into it, be sure to smash that like button. Please do. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Thank you very much for smashing that like button. Let's go for 300 likes. Also, subscribe if you are new. We want to hit 22,000 subscribers before maybe the end of the season. Hopefully, we can do that. So, if you're new around here, please do subscribe and get your comments in. I just want to know where you're from watching because I always just like to know. So, not in a weird way. You don't have to post your address, but just let me know what place in the world you're watching this video from. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, obviously, we're going to chat a little bit about summer signings that have been reported, a bit of Brum reaction, and a bit of Aston Villa prediction. That's what we're going to do in this video. So, just so you're aware. So, without further ado, let's talk about the first name on the list. It's been going around today. According to Team Talk, Hayden Hackney to Leeds United. Leeds United have entered the race for a summer signing of Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough doing very, very well in the Championship. As we know, 23-year-old has 4 goals and 6 assists this season so far. Hackney's Borough contract runs until 2027, so this summer could be the club's last chance to recoup a big fee for his services. Saying that, Team Talk say if they do become a Premier League team, which it looks like they might, they would stand a better chance to tying him down to an extension, a new contract, obviously. Nevertheless, Leeds, Tottenham, Man United and Everton could launch a move for him this summer. What do you guys think? I know it's weird talking about signings outside the transfer window, but I think he's a quality player. I really, really do. And Leeds United need to think about, the future. He's a young player. The likes of Tanaka, a lot of people are suggesting that he could leave in the summer. He hasn't had the game time, and he hasn't been as good as we thought he was going to be in the Premier League, mainly down to the lack of game time. He scored some important goals, the Liverpool, the Chelsea game. He's been very, very good in them sort of games. But I tell you what, I mean, over recent weeks, people are saying, including myself, this is why Tanaka isn't starting. This is why Gruev's starting ahead of him and things like that. So could we see the likes of Tanaka leave in the summer? I don't know. We won't get into that right now because he is still a Leeds United player, obviously. But Hackney, quality player, a bit of English tax, though. That's the only thing. Obviously, he'll cost a bit more for Leeds United if we do go there. But again, this is all rumour mill right now. Of course it is, because we're outside the transfer window. I don't even know. We don't even know if Leeds are going to be a Premier League club come the summer. Borough might get promoted. He might even be in the division higher than us. So obviously, there's just if, buts, and maybes right now. But what's your thoughts on Hackney? Have you watched him? What do you think? Would you like to help him? Not help him. Would he be good to help us in the Premier League if he joins next year? But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember, these are rumours, yeah? Don't get too mad. Leave your hate comments at the door, people. Next up, we're talking James Trafford. And again, Team Talk. Manchester City sources believe the club would prefer to send James Trafford out on loan rather than sanction a permanent sale this summer if he insists on pushing for more regular football, with Leeds United one of the 3 Premier League clubs interested. Obviously, recently, Trafford's come out and spoke about how he didn't know that Donnarumma was signing. It wasn't what he was expecting. He was expecting first-team football, and obviously, Donnarumma, the best goalkeeper in the world, has come to your club, and you're not really getting a sniff, and he's been playing in the FA Cup games, some Champions League games, but yeah, James Trafford clearly wants out, but Villa and Newcastle are the other clubs interested in the signature of Trafford. Obviously, we've got to look at Perri's future. We know he had a good game against Birmingham yesterday, but you've got to look at that. Will Leeds want to continue as a number one, Lucas Perri? Can they trust him? If Daniel Farke is in charge, all these things you got to think about. Meslier's future as well. He looks like he'll be leaving in the summer. But yeah, Leeds' future in the Premier League. Of course, we're not going to get the likes of Hackney or Trafford if we get relegated. I know we need to be focusing on the relegation battle right now. Doesn't matter who's going to come in the summer. And would we need better than Trafford and Hackney? But let me know what you guys think. And yeah, City do not want a permanent sale right now, James Trafford. A loan deal would be the perfect, ideal sort of scenario for the goalkeeper. Highly talented goalkeeper. We saw that for Burnley last season. He's still young. He's going to be in the England camps over the years. He's going to be a very, very good player. He was close to signing for Newcastle, was it last summer? And that all went P-tong, and then he signed for City, and obviously hasn't worked out there. So maybe Newcastle are sort of first in line for that one. But either way, James Trafford, Hackney, What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, let's just quickly chat about Birmingham yesterday. I still think the Leeds got lucky. I still think Birmingham were the better team throughout, but still, Leeds United tucked their penalties away brilliantly. And overall, we got through, and that's what we've got to think about. Through to the last 16, we'll find out who we draw this evening, I think, after Macclesfield versus Brentford. So, yeah, I would personally just like a Mansfield at home. I don't want to play anyone who's going to knock us out, because why not? Let's go for a little cup run. And, of course, Mansfield could knock us out, but I'd be confident if it was under the lights, Ellen Road against Mansfield. Is that crazy to say I'd be confident? It probably is, knowing Leeds United's history. But either way, we got the job done. I still give credit to Birmingham, because they came to Leeds United, or we went to their place, and they just matched our intensity. They matched everything. They're unlucky on the day not to win and go through. But either way, Leeds' quality shown out in the end, I guess, through the penalties. And like I've said, credit to the likes of Lucas Perri, Biol, Bornau, who kept us in the game, really. I thought Ampadu, again, changed the game when he came on. So let's talk about Villa now. Back to the league next Saturday, or this Saturday coming up. It is a huge one. Obviously, people are predicting who's going to be down the bottom. It's between Leeds, Brighton, Palace, Spurs, Forest, West Ham. Burnley maybe could do a late sneak out. Imagine if they did that. Imagine if Burnley snuck out of the relegation zone. Then two of them teams have to go down. I don't think they will, but it is all sort of a battle for that 18th spot right now. And Leeds are still in there. If Leeds win, Leeds lose. Leeds win, Leeds lose, Leeds draw. I believe we're still in the relegation battle until it's mathematically plausible that we are not in one. Because, yeah, anything can happen. We're 6 points clear right now. A lot of people are saying Leeds got the easier fixtures on paper. Football isn't played on paper, We've got Wolves at home, we've got Burnley at home, Palace at home, but it still doesn't mean too much, I don't think we've got Palace at home. We've already played Palace at home. But either way, yeah, we've got teams around us that we can, on our day, beat them. Of course we can. But I'm just taking it one game at a time. I know I sound like PR trained, but taking it one game at a time with this Leeds United side. And Villa next, at Villa. Not an easy place to go, of course. Emery's got them playing brilliant football. They're in the top four. It's going to be tough. I'm not expecting much from this game, but I didn't expect much from the Chelsea game. I didn't expect much from Liverpool, the other Chelsea game, Man United. There's games this year that I haven't expected anything from, and Leeds United have shown up. So, we could bring it to them. We could give them a good game. And I'll tell you what, a point at Villa Park would be perfect. And then you got City under the lights. If we could take a point against Villa and maybe a point against City, then, it's good, isn't it? But, what we're expecting maybe is 2 losses against Villa and Man City, and then West Ham could get 2 wins. You never know. And then we're right back into it again. But, yeah, for me, I think a point at Villa Park would be perfect. But during the week, we'll obviously build up to that and chat a little bit more about that. But I am actually away for the next few days, so I'm not sure how many actual YouTube videos they're going to be. I might put out a couple of YouTube shorts, so keep your eye on them. Yeah, I thought we'd talk a little bit of signings today. I know not a lot of people like it. It's fake. It's rumours. That's all I'm coming on to talk about. It's just rumours. It's just chat. So get your thoughts down below. Get all your comments in. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And I will catch you in the next one. Let me know where you're from as well. Not your address. Just where in the world. Without further ado, I've been Ollie Ward. You guys have been excellent. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheery.